Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, Abilene Christian is they hang their hats off of being a very good defensive team. We ran into a buzzsaw tonight. The big guy Cole has just gotten better and better every year. He's long, and he gave us problems in the paint. But defensively, I was very impressed with them. They were fresh, they had fresh legs, and they turned turnovers into points, 29-9. Easy layups. They took us out of our sets. A lot of ball pressure, getting in the passing lanes. We struggled running our half-court sets. And at the end of the day, I thought a combination of their defense and us having tired legs put us in a pretty bad position, especially by halftime. And then mentally, we became very fragile to try to get back and win the ball game. At halftime, we knew we had to dig a deep hole. It was very difficult to get out that hole against a talented team like Abilene Christian.
All right, we're now open for questions. First question is from John for Anderson. Go ahead.
Thanks, Anderson. You've had some less than great 3-point shooting nights earlier this year, like an 0 for 9 and an 0 for 10. Tonight you set a career high with 5 threes. Was it something where it was just open looks, or that you got in kind of a zone or something else tonight?
No, I think all year, my teammates have put me in great positions to be successful. And, they weren't falling earlier in the year, but they, coach and the team kept believing in me. I put the work in every day. So I know it's going to fall. I know in due time, and, I just have faith in it. So, no, it wasn't just one of those nights. It was just a combination of my teammates finding me and me just knocking them down.
Is there another question? Brandon, go ahead and unmute your line.
Question for both student athletes. Obviously not the way you wanted to end, but a lot of teams would love to be in your situation. Just talk about the effort that you guys put out there. Guys were fighting even though the game was out of hand.
First of all, Abilene Christian, they're a very good team, and they just came out and every mistake we made, they took advantage of it, and we just told each other, no matter the outcome, we're going to fight until the end.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of that, coaches, he instills, a competitive drive in us to never give up. So, we're going to play till the buzzer sounds.
Yeah, Coach, when you look at where you guys were maybe a month ago to where you guys are now, I think at 1.2-10 in the Southland Conference, was there a time when this season flipped? What do you think changed about this team, on the late season run that you guys were able to make?
Man, I just think that we have a team that refused to quit. They have a stick-to-itness about them. We said we're going to play all the way until the end. It took a while, though, man. I don't like to even talk about what happened during the course of the year, but COVID has a lot to do with us not really getting a rhythm. We missed 40-some days from practice. We missed another week from evacuations. Then we had to freeze, and we missed another few days. We never could get a consistent practice, a consistent rhythm. Then we had guys injured, so we never had 5-on-5 in practice, and sometimes 5-on-0 most of the time. So we never had a chance to compete. So it's a combination of things that we had to overcome. But not one time that I think our players and myself didn't think that anything is possible. And I love these guys because they have a lot of character about themselves. They never quit. It's frustrating when you lose. But I've got the kind of guys that they clock in every day. And we said, look, we're still going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to try to prepare. And we always said one game at a time, and we started just winning. And we really never thought about the losses. We just tried to prepare for the next game, and we started winning. And really never talked about having a bad year until it dawned on us. We began to get a win streak here, and we're better than what people thought. But we just had to overcome so many obstacles. When you're dealing with COVID, this is a new thing for all coaches. This is nothing that you can go to a coach's manual and get the answer or call the other coaches. We're all battling different things as it relates to COVID. And so I did the best I could to try to stay positive and keep these kids. My number one priority are these guys as people. They're basketball players second, but as people, I had to make sure that they were not in a toxic environment. I tried to stay as positive as I could to make sure they understand every day is another day to perhaps get better. And they believed in me, and I believed in them. And so it all came together near the end of the year.
And we have a last question from Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yes, Coach. With the way things are, it looks like everyone will have a chance to have a true off season. So you have as many as 9 players returning next year. And what's the outlook like for the Cardinals going into next year?
Brandon, I'll be honest with you, I hadn't even thought about next year. We just ended the game. We just lost, a lot of disappointment. And so right now we're trying to mentally get through the disappointment, and at the proper time we'll start thinking about next year. My biggest concern is our players, the mental state, and I want them to reflect back and hopefully, the next few days we'll get back to work. And we'll start thinking about next year, probably within the next few days. But right now, my number one priority are these guys, knowing that they ended the season very strong, and they have to be commended for it.